Hey folks, welcome to community service. I'd look at which camera we're going on, but I don't know which is this. It's this one. Hey Johnny.
Hello.
Why did you come to work dressed as a goalkeeper from the 90s?
Because I love football in the 90s, naturally.
Is it because this man brought it for you?
Yes, it is.
Who are you?
My name's Jon Hare.
What do you do?
I design games. I used to run Sensible Software, and now I make other games.
And you turn up at press places and drink beer after work?
I do, and that used to be my football shirt in the actual Sensible Software real football team that was really awful and used to get slaughtered by Sony and Virgin regularly.
Why is that? Because you were only a
Because
small
we had
company
20 guys to pick from, half of which were proper programmers who didn't exercise, and they had loads of employees.
Proper programmers?
Yeah,
So
proper programmers don't exercise.
So the bullshit programmers are the fit ones?
Yeah,
The ones that don't do
exactly.
any work.
Exactly. Come on.
Welcome to Soccer Community Service, where we're going to play soccer games, football games if you're in the UK, but for the sake of all the Americans that will get very confused and give out to us when we're not playing Madden soccer. Hand egg, yeah. So Johnny's in the chat responding to questions, and we're going to play some maybe FIFA or Pro Ev. We're going to see in the next half an hour. If anyone has FIFA 13, I stupidly forgot to bring 12 in, or has, so early access, anyone who got the download of it, or has the new Pro Evolution game, we'll play some of that later on. But for the moment, we're going to play the game, just the reason you came in. The reason we're late, because we had an exhaustive interview about some of your oldest games. No, it's not your fault. I was the one asking questions. Don't worry about it. We're going to play this game, Sensible World of Soccer. Except we're not playing it on the Amiga, which I was hoping.
But it's okay.
Were you involved in this Xbox Live
This
port?
is actually a really good port to from the Amiga to here, and I just checked it at the end. Actually.
Oh yeah.
There was no point to have any involvement. It's basically a faithful port.
Are you getting royalties off this?
I've not seen royalties for a while. No.
Have you played much of this on the Xbox? Something tells me you don't play modern consoles that much, like what we would in the press world say the traditional modern consoles.
I do
being an iPhone
BAFTA
developer.
judging.
Oh yeah.
Every year,
So
I always get to play the top 10 games every year, 10 of the top games, which is great.
Wicked.
And this time round, because around about December, January we played them, it was Skyrim that had me playing too much. So my Xbox got excessive use, and then I had to make myself stop playing Skyrim.
Did that win the BAFTA? I can't remember. Got our Game of the Year. It did.
Got our Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It didn't. It should have done. In my opinion, it should have done. But we had different ones. I mean, we did music. So it was L.A. Noire the one.
Oh yeah. I mean, you have to listen to every music track in a game.
Yeah, that's easier than gameplay.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Really
Actually,
hard. You know, I've done sports now. I've done music, and I've done, I think, gameplay or design, or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And the hardest one was the gameplay.
Do they shift you onto different panels of
I mean,
for people who don't know, the BAFTAs are like the British Academy of Film, Television and Art?
British Academy of Film and Television Arts.
Arts,
That's
okay.
So
Arts, remember, arts, not technical crap. Arts.
What's that mean?
Well, people forget that games are arts.
Art,
You know,
alright.
sometimes it's lost. I'm passionate about this. It should be art. It should be some art in there somewhere. Yeah.
It's so much art, in fact, that off camera at the moment, Mr. Darren Wall, you shout to the people.
Hello!
Who's sitting in the ultimate game chair with its wonderful stain on the crotch. We'll get you on later to talk about the Kickstarter that you and John have done for a very arty book about sensible software. But we need to start playing video games.
Yes, we do.
That's why we're here. So yeah,
You're playing
play
single
you.
player, huh?
Yeah, not multiplayer. It's
Right. So just tell me what the controls are on the Xbox. I know to play the game, but I don't know the buttons.
is it gone? Is it gone off?
Sorry for Danny's mic making all sorts of horrible
that's probably
noises.
because your shirt's touching it.
It's probably because I'm wearing an Arsenal kit.
Here you go.
This is a really bad. I bought this in the stadium. The letters fall off these all the time, and I wear this to bed every night. So I'm really sorry if I smell. I'm sorry.
This is not what I signed up for at all.
If you have any questions for us, I've got a list somewhere in my pocket to ask you, John. If you have any questions for John about the old Sensible Software games or about football games, please ask. You're going to have to press A, though. It's the green one.
It's done. The green one.
Oh, best game was in Portal 2.
Best game
Now
was?
that we're done talking about the
On
BAFTAs.
BAFTA?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They won Portal 2 won this year.
I hate the Xboxes. Yeah, pick that one. Fine. They make it so hard to play video games. I just installed Pro Evolution and I went through 20 menus.
It's not good.
It's annoying. What I loved, press A again apparently. What I loved about the original Sensible Soccer was all the real names of teams you had in it. But unfortunately, because of licensing in the 21st century world we live in, this one doesn't have it. What was the story with that? How did you get away with just having people's names?
It wasn't a question of getting away with it, really. It just, I've noticed Norwich are not in the top league in this version. I have to always look.
Where are they now?
It must be Division 1. We can't be any further down than that. Yeah. But then again, you'll beat me if I pick Norwich.
You've actually had a good couple of years, though.
They're not that bad.
Okay, let's go Norwich.
Go for it.
Apparently, the GS UK friends list is full on the Xbox.
Oh, really?
So we'll have to ask some people at some point.
Yes, if anyone wants to play Sensible World of Soccer with us on Xbox Live Arcade, we will also do that. So yeah, please send us a message if you can, if you think so.
Yeah, names
look
have
at this.
gone weird.
Right, bar camp. Yeah, not licensed.
Yeah, see what happened was in the old days, no one cared.
Yeah.
So
was it literally that?
It wasn't you got away with it. It just no one noticed, and then at some point, I think it's around about 1995, 96, people started to go, you can't do that. And actually, there was a point towards the end of when we made Sensible was SWAS. We even had to think about it ourselves. So yeah.
So Glenn Helder is now Q Haldar.
It's good. Maybe it's better.
No, but I don't think anyone remembers. Probably. I had him as my first jersey I ever had. I had him on the back.
352 is a little bit too aggressive.
Oh, he's thinking about it too much. I don't like this.
3. But you see, that's Adi Akinbaye. Okay, let's go.
I think we're playing in retro mode. What I liked about this port is that we had you could play. What are you laughing about over there?
Okay, so is it just one bump controls?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hope so. Either that or they messed
I
it
don't
up.
remember. Every version is different, you know.
CVG ads. And Xbox, why did Future Publishing throw a load of money at this thing? Do you want to play in updated graphics? You did all the graphics for the...
I did the original graphics with mine, but these are Stu's. Stu's my mate. It's okay. You can leave Stu's graphics.
Okay, for now.
Yeah?
For this
Yeah. He looks a bit like a green sea, the pitch, but there you go.
I was laughing at somebody asking what we were drinking, and because this is a soccer week, it should be horrible lager in paper cups.
Not far off. Not far off. It's Stella
We had
Artois.
plastic cups a minute ago.
Yeah. Horrible leaky plastic cups.
They call me the hostess.
I didn't know
hostess.
Come on.
Look at this. It's like we're literally giving advertising to
See
all of
how
our competitors.
blonde
Right?
Brian
Games Radar, CVG. Oh, for God's sake. Does
So
Xbox
you're
One
enjoying
360 even...
IGN's community night.
You can turn it into retro mode.
you know what? I really wish that retro
Does
mode
it not
had all
work by
these ads
just
as well.
poking back like it does on Run?
I don't think so.
Oh.
What does back do? Replay? Oh, probably does, yeah. Remember hammering spacebar so you could keep the highlights?
That replay thing's right in the centre of the screen. What's going on? I know there's like restrictions on edge of screen, but that is ridiculous.
What restrictions are there on?
Well, Sony asked you to make sure there's a certain gap, just in case someone's TV's
Oh, really?
tuned weirdly, so they can still see the HUD. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Who was the best in Sensible Software at SWAS?
There was about 3 of us who were reasonable at it. I normally took a few games to get going. So.
I was briefly talking to Stu yesterday, and he said he wasn't very good
No,
at all.
Stu was not good, but Stu's not into football. No, lots of us were, but Stu's not one of the football guys.
It's concentration mode now. What I loved about the old game was that...
Oh, come on, Brian.
Being right. No, off the post again. Was that we used to... Me and my... Oh, there you go. Right. Sorry.
That's all right, you're kicking up.
Me and my brother used to play as... he actually asked me to... He actually has a question for you. I remember.
Your brother?
Yeah, me and my brother used to play Sensible Soccer for years. And he used to always kick my ass, and I'd have to beat him with my zip stick on his knee. He asked me how many members of the starting 11 of Latvian giant Skonto Riga you can remember.
None.
One? None?
But I can tell you one thing. I do remember a team called Mills Pagwara,
Where are they
who
from?
were Indian team.
Nice.
And they had so many guys called Singh in the 16, you could actually get 11 guys called Singh on the pitch as your starting 11. They're my favourite team in the game, so check them out.
That's amazing. What was was that the most obscure? Because Sensible World of Soccer had how many teams and leagues in it?
1,500-ish teams. I can't remember any leagues.
Disgusting off the ball.
It's good. That shows my men are up for a fight.
My local team, Waterford United, who are absolute shit, were in it in the Irish League. They were in the second division, so you didn't have the Irish second division. But if there was a cup, they were in it. So if you played them, if the Irish Cup turned up, Waterford United turned up, which is great because it was like, there's my neighbour in the video game.
Literally, your neighbour. Cool.
Right, 1-0.
It's not too bad. 1-0 down. Where are we away at home? Are we at Carrow Road?
You're away. No, it's in the Emirates.
London, this is not the Emirates. This is Highbury.
Of course, of course. It's a good point. You can even see by the shadow. So all the scuff marks and stuff they've obviously added as well. It's
yeah, that's Tony Adams did that. Come on, this is really actually a proper Norwich Arsenal game. Like, we're shit and not doing anything, and you're winning 1-0. It's about right.
Yeah. What happened there? Oh, you've gone to your bench for something.
To stop the ball going in.
The bottom. Did it go over Did it go over the top?
All right. Okay. In that
Here we
case.
Go. Oh, Pilston's injured. Was this the first? Was Sensible Soccer the first game to have black players in? You said earlier.
Yeah, first game to have black players in, but we've got no black players here. We might have Raw Fox on the bench.
Norwich,
one
very
of my
racist
favourites.
team.
Is that Raw Fox? There he is.
Oh,
no,
no,
it's
Norwich
not.
hasn't.
Who's that? Oh, he was really bad.
They all look very Aryan.
Hang on.
Blonde and
Adi
that guy there.
Akinbaye.
He is,
That's Adi
yeah.
Akinbaye. He wasn't that good, and he's certainly not a defender. I'm not bringing him on. And I'm not bringing on him, Andy Marshall. Actually, Andy Marshall. Let's go back to him. It's a football story. Is it Andy Marshall? We had many
Marshall,
Marshalls.
probably. Goalkeeper?
He was famous for kicking the ball, goal kicks out for throw-ins because he was bad at them.
Okay.
And from the ground.
Okay.
And when an opposition goalkeeper came into Carrow Road and kicks the ball out the ground, all the Norwich fans sing, "Are you Marshall in disguise?" Which the goalkeeper can't understand, but we get it. That's a little Norwich joke. Okay.
Taking the piss out of your own players is very important. We used to sing in the Emirates. We'd sing, "We've only come to see a Boué," when he was at his lowest point, when everyone hated him. And then it became, because he sort of redeemed himself over one season.
Yeah, he did.
He played really well,
Yeah.
and then it became like a really fun chant where he'd be on the bench and everyone would sing, "We've only come to see a Boué," and then he'd come on and everyone would go mental.
That must have felt very good for him to finally get the acceptance he wanted.
We were kind of trolling him, I guess, but yeah. I think Arshavin probably wished the same thing happened for him, but we still don't like him.
Poor old Arshavin. He had that few good games, didn't he?
Well, he scored 4 goals against Liverpool and he became a god. In that game we drew 4-4 with them, which ruined
The thing is,
Liverpool's
he was
chances.
brilliant for Russia. He was
Dennis
actually...
Bergkamp on campus. He was, which is why I guess how bad Szczesny's played for Poland during the summer, and he now is not getting his game. Although he is injured, but international. I think Ian Wright's injured. He's fallen over.
Take him off.
Do you have any questions from the chat?
From the
Oh, come.
chat.
Keep talking.
That's David Seaman would never do that. This game is so
Look at
unrealistic.
that. He got to it, but he just pushed it into the side net.
Did you guys tweet the stats for any of your favourite players?
Norwich. Pretty much tweet.
Don't
Norwich,
worry.
Liverpool, Sunderland are the three most tweaked teams based on supporting in the office.
Was there ever a team that you hated so much that you downgraded? Like, who were Norwich's biggest rivals?
Well, I don't know if we did downgrade Ipswich. That wouldn't be nice.
If you did, you certainly
They
wouldn't tell
didn't need
anyone.
downgrading, to be fair. I mean, we just left the original stats where they were.
So obviously this game was given a HD remake.
Yeah.
You guys are famous for many games, and probably the other one is as famous as this would be Cannon Fodder. In a way, sort of to a different crowd of people, because it came out on different
It's just
platforms.
outside the box, right?
Yeah, no, you're
So,
cool. Don't worry,
yeah.
I'm still winning.
Yeah.
So, in a way, sort of to a different crowd of people as well, because it seems to have more penetration on, like, was it Mega Drive it came out on as well, or was it Nintendo? I
You
think
know,
it was Mega Drive.
one thing observation I make, and this is from being at school, when you're a kid, right, there's two groups of people. The guys who play football in the playground, and the ones who play war in the playground. Yeah?
So is that what you were doing?
And I think with Sensible Soccer and Cannon Fodder, we kind of nail both groups. And occasionally you get people who want to do both. I mean, someone always wanted to play football, but, you know.
And now you own your own team.
Oh, no, I don't own. I sponsor this wonderful team here. Anglia Ruskin University staff team.
Are they in the game?
They're not in the game. Well, I don't think they're quite good enough.
Staff
I actually managed to play. I was telling you the story. Myself and the other centre back, we're both 46, so we've got a 92-year-old centre back partnership. But we crawl around and we kick people. They get past us, they're gone, and they normally score. But we play with a mixture of staff and
students, ringers.
And students. We have really good international students. Like this week we had some training. We had a guy from Kazakhstan, a guy from Germany, we have a guy from Vietnam, another guy from Japan, from China. We had loads of French guys, some Nigerian guys,
like
a
Man
Ghanaian
City
guy.
of
You know, as well as the English
university
guys.
teams.
It's brilliant. It's really, really fun team actually.
All right, let's pick a different teams this time around. Johnny, you're getting in on this in a bit.
Yeah,
Just so you
That's
know.
not too bad though. 2-1 away.
No,
That's okay.
considering you made the
Considering
game.
it's coming up in about like next week. We're playing you. We're playing you pretty soon. We've got some really difficult fixtures. coming
Really?
up, yeah.
We're playing tonight in some sort of
Yeah, so
European
we got
thingamajig.
Doncaster, so we'll probably lose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pitch type. Let's stick on Frozen.
Talking of
Okay.
questions from the chat, we are getting some people asking what game this is. So
Yeah.
it's a good opportunity to reintroduce the show, I think, for people that have tuned in since we started.
Absolutely. We're playing. You introduce it because you made it.
This is called Sensible World of Soccer. It's before FIFA in the old days. This was the top football game, but we're talking mid-90s, so we're kind of, I don't know what era we are. We're just at the start of the Premier League.
Oh yeah, true. So it was in
So-
90. When did the first one come out?
92.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be Blackburn might be champions.
Oh God, heavens forbid.
It might have even been the season we finished third. I think it was Norwich. Sorry, I'm a Norwich fan. Finished third. Oh, you're going for. This is your
Yeah,
team,
I'm going for. It's not actually Waterford aren't there, but Cove are from Cork, so that'll do. Cove is where I believe where Roy Keane started playing football.
Right, so where am I going to go?
Yeah, go on. Scotland. They've got no decent teams. Rangers might even be in the Scottish Premier Division.
No, I'm going to go to Division 3. Are these really poor, this team you picked?
Oh, they're
Yeah?
an Irish football team, so half of the players have day jobs.
I'm going to pick my Scottish team. I can't even see them. They probably were in another division. I'm going to pick Queen's Park, who I like.
I didn't even know there was 4 divisions in Scotland.
Can I actually find them?
Forfar, Albion,
Where's Queen's Park? They're not even there.
Sterling.
It's my,
What
it's
country?
my,
What
it's my
town are they
football
from?
manager team. They're from Glasgow.
Oh, maybe they're called Glasgow Purples or
They might
something.
be called Royal Field, actually. I reckon they're Royal Field.
Go for
They're
it.
the ones who play at Hampden.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be a good game. Queen's Park Rangers this year. It's going to be a Glasgow derby in Hampden.
Oh yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how many people turn up.
Yeah, it's all very depressing, that was the state of affairs. Look at this, 2 stars,
Right, we're going 3-5-2.
action-packed.
Is this someone called Q-er?
QR. This is about the time where whoever was doing this update of this port just started phoning it in.
He is
Like,
actually, and I can tell you, this guy I think was called Gary Orr. In real life, yeah.
Er.
Sounds like a Star Trek guy.
I'm very much enjoying Smeck's Wall, number 13.
Sorry. I just,
Smeck's Wall. Smeck's Wall.
This is our football-centric episode.
Yeah.
What with PES coming out this week and last week, and FIFA coming out this week. So we're going to play some FIFA or Pro Ev soon. So if you're in the chat, let us know which game you want to
we
play.
should have done custom teams. That'll be fun.
We should. They're not as good. So
No?
in the old version, you guys had like custom teams, which were
We had so much
Made-up
fun
teams.
with the custom teams.
there was like Out to Lunch was one.
In the old days, you know, towards the end of development, we needed to fill up the custom teams, and I would just shout at the office, okay, what are we going to have? And someone said Essex Slags, and then someone just said Debbie and Sandra or whatever. It was such a laugh. It was really fun. The kebabs and
Was it
all
not
those.
in the kitchen? Or yeah, you're right. We need to do that next.
Yeah.
All right. We're
There
now
was one called Boring Things.
boring things.
It was great.
What players were in boring things?
I think there was
Do
a
you
stapler.
Stapler.
Stapler's good. It's pretty boring. Right,
Oh shit! I
come
thought I was
on.
the other team for a second.
Tax
There.
return.
I think you're kicking the other way.
Yeah, I'm playing a tax returns.
We're getting asked in the chat how many times Sensible Soccer has been released.
Oh,
So
lots
many
of times. What on? How many different platforms or how many different versions?
How many different versions first?
Yeah. Let's go versions first, and then.
Well, we had 92 was the original one. Then we had the European one about 3 months later. So there's June 92 and September, October 92. Then there was probably an update in 93. Then the SWOS, I think, was 94. Good keeper.
Is that?
Then there was a version every year, basically, until about 96, 97. Then there was a version we did in 98, which was 3D.
Just gonna keep taking shots. Keep talking.
Right,
This is wonderful. Keep going.
Right, this keeps me in it right now.
I'm amazed you did as well.
then
Giving us
there
a potted
was,
history.
I think the next one would have been 2006, and then there was this version, which was about 2008, I think.
So 2006 was released by Codemasters. That was the kind of the 3D.
Yeah, that was the 3D with big heads version. I don't know why we took the big heads decision. It was kind of.
I guess it's kind of
Strange.
thematic. If you were to imagine these guys in 3D, you might imagine them with massive heads.
I think someone had that idea at one point, and it seemed like a good idea.
Oh!
That was nearly a sneaky.
You were waiting for that one as well. It's not a bad idea because the new talking about Codemasters, the new Formula 1 game, well, not the new Formula 1 game, but they're releasing a kart racing game, and it's got all big bobbleheads of the of all the drivers. Look at that, Ireland's best. Slippery hands O'Donnell.
You get conversation like no other when football gets involved. People just suddenly go, ah, when they're saying a word. It's brilliant.
I think the defences are winning, right?
Yeah, totally. Strikers aren't
Come on.
This demo of FIFA 13 is awesome. It's so real looking.
I'll tell you
what do you think about new football games?
Well, obviously, for many years, PES was really good, and that was the game that when I was working at Codemasters, actually, which would have been 2001 to about 2003, we were playing that quite a lot. And then I stopped playing games football games for a few years. I didn't play them that much. And then when I was doing some BAFTA judging for the Sports Awards, I got to play FIFA, and I really enjoyed the 2011, I think it was.
Okay, yeah.
And I really enjoyed it in single player, when you're just playing one player. And I think the reason is, FIFA's always struggled with the passing, with changing players. It's always been the weakness of the game, in my opinion.
When you have the ball or when you don't have the ball? This is you again.
Let's change formation then.
I love how you double tapped. A la.
We're going to go three
Zip stick.
things. How do I turn the bloody thing off? Is it red? Must be.
No, you just saved the highlight. Back, left. I can't remember.
So if anyone wants to...
Anyone else get out of this? It's going to be away. So many versions, see? Tap 3 ways, it goes. Tapping 3 ways is good, you see?
You were making games back in the day where there was only one. Hold escape. Alt F4.
Or Control Delete. Go on, see if you can work it.
Are we in a replay? Is that what's happening?
We're in a bench replay.
Try the D-pad.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm just going to sub one of your players or change formation. Here, swap those two around. Swap them back. Is anyone from Kuju in the chat who made this game who can tell us what the hell? I don't know.
We are shit out of luck. Someone just said, please water that grass, and that's the best we've got. But luckily we're off the bench now and we're away.
Okay.
There was a bug, right, in one of your old games that me and my brother used to be completely perplexed by. And it was when you were playing, so you could play this game single player, but the main reason people would play SWAS was for the career mode, where you'd manage a team and do all that stuff. I'm just going to shut up now. Score a goal. Come on, Ireland! Oh, for God's sake.
That's not Ireland. That is
Danny O'Dwyer asking hard questions. So when I was a child, hang on a minute.
That's why I'm a respected video game journalist, Johnny, clearly. In case you didn't see that shit that happened in Russia last week. No, there was this guy who would appear in your team sheet, whose name was Ooh. It was just.
That sounds like a bug.
He was incredible. He was worth about 12 million or something, which at the time was like way more than everyone else.
12 Trevor Francis.
Ooh,
he's
good.
It was capital Ooze, but he'd appear in your team sheet, but he always had 2 red cards, so you couldn't play him.
Okay.
So he was amazing. You couldn't sell him.
Pure potential.
Yeah, you couldn't sell him. You couldn't play him, but he'd just sit there.
It sounds like a proper test player, like a bug purposes player.
Yeah.
That was a really dull 0-0.
It was.
Well talked. We're going to do one more of these or go on to something else? Can we try the custom teams?
Okay, let's do. We'll have a look at
Quite a few people are keen for you to keep playing this for a little bit longer, actually.
Let's try some custom.
Oh, you just got an achievement.
Hey.
Gentlemanly conduct, 0-0. Don't upset the opposition.
Yeah. When this game came out on Xbox originally, the morning it came out, I downloaded it like at 9 o'clock on the button, and it got pulled
Yes, it
from
was called
Xbox
like
Live.
that night, didn't it?
Yeah, for like
What was the
a
match
couple of
called?
hours. It was completely fine, but I was up with Codemasters who released it last week. Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've
Drink
just
away
found
just
them. I
do
just
that.
saw them
Get
behind me. Darren.
I was up at Codemasters last
it-
week, talking to them about it, and they said that it wasn't. It was I was up in Birmingham, and it was the Leamington studio that was releasing it apparently. Yeah, they said it was pulled, but I was like the only person playing this version of SWAS for like
Has it got
5
Uri?
hours. It doesn't have a in it now.
And he can fly.
They've updated them. Internet 101.
Let's see. there's any-
Kebab Shop was in the old one.
Kebab shop. I'll take them.
I love Kebab Shop.
What's annoying?
It's like donor meat, school
Let's
dinners.
just have a little
School
look at them to
dinners.
show people. This is kebab shop.
Can we have a look at the teams without?
Can you send us full screen, Seb? Seb, our very talented video
No,
producer.
I'm just
in the
gonna
control booth.
choose
Oh,
kebab
if
shop.
we go into edit them, it should come up full screen, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
edit
yeah, it
custom
should do,
teams. Original. Okay. Kebab Shop. Large donor is on goal. Shish kebab, chicken kebab, koft kebab. Did you guys eat a lot of kebabs when you were
Well,
making the
we
game?
worked very late nights. You know, can of drink, pizza, chili sauce. This is
Brilliant.
It's gone into the kids.
Fresh chili.
Well,
Fresh
extra.
chilies. You never get fresh chilies
Yeah,
in
the
a
kids-
kebab shop.
the
They're the
kids.
pickled ones from the jar. The really twisty green ones. Hilariously, Nightmare GX has said, Escape
Cheeseboard
from
is
Mount
good.
Stupid soccer games, please, Danny.
We've done a main stupid
Yeah.
of Escape from Main Stupid soccer games.
You've done it
and there's
twice.
and there's a massive section on Sensible Soccer in it.
This cheese board look. This is good.
Brie, Gouda. What's Wensleydale?
It's what it's like Wallace and Gromit. If you know what's Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
he
Wednesday
eats.
does a lovely creamy cheese.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't grow up in England.
You
He's
have
from
cheese in
North
Ireland. It's not like we like built some fucking impenetrable
I know you-
lactose wall.
Random things. Depression. Hopscotch.
Depression.
Love. Tiger. I'm picking random teams.
Oh,
Okay.
depression's a left back. Oh.
Get lost sticker. Oh, these are great. Are these mostly the same, or have they been changed?
Oh, that
by
looks like one of ours. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Tester 2K7?
What's
that's
What's United?
obviously- That's obviously the.
Is that
Emotion-
like a classic?
Let me look at Emotion Overkill.
Where's United? Emotion Overkill, I remember. Elated, depressed, overjoyed, irritated, on top of the world. These are great. Very, very dejected.
I like Happy as Larry, the guy at the bottom.
Mega, mega,
Look at the
mega.
coach. Look at the coach's name.
Please love me.
Okay, I think I'm going to take them, and you can take the random guys.
What was the one you were looking at?
I was interested
United
in SWAS
Man.
United. I have a
Which one?
SWAS United.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
on the
SWAS
right hand column. There you go.
Is this you guys? SWAS United, is
Is
this?
this you guys?
Player Belly. Oh, this
I
is
don't know
the-
what that is.
These are the best players.
Oh,
Player
these
Belly.
are, yeah, these are the guys, these are the
He's
actual,
the world champion squash player.
Oh, these are like
wow.
real.
All the
they're real SWAS players.
Oh,
So
great.
red hair, Player Belly, I recognise all their names. Yeah.
So that where are people are still playing the original Amiga version in tournaments? Is
Can
it?
you please go to Zombie United?
Yeah, sure.
I think they've done
Are they real zombies?
I don't know, I'm interested to know what's in Zombie United. I don't remember
Something-
it.
Shoulders in.
Colon North.
Slappery spine
Fingernail
bag,
tear.
finger slobber.
This is definitely a new one.
Skin chug.
Yeah, this
Finger
is a new one, I
slobber.
wouldn't have used skin chug.
Slobber. Now there is a word like guaranteed to confuse American people.
Slobber.
Slobber.
Right,
Rather than football slobber.
oh god. Okay,
Talking
so...
of emotional overload.
Okay, let's break it down.
Completely spurious non sequitur facts. You know the saying on cloud 9?
Yeah.
That's because previously they had only identified 9 types of cloud, and 9 was the highest in terms of altitude.
No.
So you're on the highest cloud. Unfortunately, they've discovered another type,
You
so the
wanna-
highest is now cloud 10. So cloud 9,
really
you're
funny.
feeling pretty good. But you could feel better.
Oh, they're
There you
good.
go.
All right. Very, very dejected is on the bench.
Depressed is the word.
Well, yeah, he's very, very dejected.
Look how good these players are. That's ridiculous. They're all like 5, 4, 4.
They're really good.
That's out. That's not cool, man.
They're good. So I think we're going to go for, we'll go for out and out attack just for some fun.
All right, I'm gonna do the same.
Oh, depressed is the worst player on the team.
Come on.
All right.
Facts right.
Okay.
You've got depression.
I've depression as well. It is a
so-
random thing. So is love. Should we put love and depression in as like as a
For a centre
defensive
back.
Yeah.
piano? You're off. We've already got piano and keyboard. We're surplus to requirements on
Love, depression, and junk could all be together.
love, depression, internet. Internet seems like too
Junk
too
games,
modern.
yeah.
We need to get stopwatch in
Stopwatch.
there. Look, I just wanted for the record, look how bad my team is in comparison to
That's
yours.
right. Okay.
Ian Sandwich is the manager. What does that even mean?
Late night there, doesn't it?
Why was he given a first name? All right, let's do it.
Ian Sandwich. That's good.
I remember there was one called Politicians, and all the politicians had correct names except
There was a.
Paddy Pantsdown.
So there's a. So I keep forgetting you're not mic'd. There was a politicians team, and Paddy Pantsdown was the only non-real politician. That's wonderful.
We'll swap out after this match, and I will sit in the stain ultimate
In the
game chair
stain
for a while. I've noticed that you're kind of sitting at an angle to avoid the stain, which is, I'm sure,
Confirm what it is.
nothing nefarious.
Johnny, in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to commentate this game like a
Jesus
real-world
Christ.
commentator, using the teams who are the player names who are up in the top left.
Fucking
If
hell.
you could be so kind.
Put
Alright.
headphones on or something. Do we not have any like of those proper mics that you talk to? You like talking to, you put them
Oh,
right
those-
under your nose.
Seb. That's fine. He just puts his headphones on. Sorry, I've been on Reddit this whole time. Alright.
Overwhelmed. I can't. Like,
It's too quick. It's
if
too
I look
quick.
at the fucking names, then I can't tell what team they're on.
No!
This is not gonna work.
Got it.
The gutted
Gutted,
scores a
put
goal.
it in.
It's not gonna work.
No, I'm sorry. Was that an old trick you used to have to...
Oh, I don't
They've
know. I
dragged
just
the
think
keeper out
You've
and-
got a quite bad keeper there, to be fair.
I've got quite a bad team, haven't I? I've got
Who's in goal for
stopwatch,
you?
plays it up to
Oh,
lost,
no.
lost sticker.
Oh, good header.
Any questions from the team? Do we have any? If you could make a random team, a custom team, chat, what would it be? To ask a
There you go, chat.
random question.
I'm talking in a laptop as if that's where they're actually sitting. If you could create a custom team, what would it be? We have been asked if you have any tips on game development. Danny, I assume this is not pointed at you.
Probably.
Well, have you got any, Danny?
I made a couple of games when I was in college, flash games. One was a shooter, which was about a friend of mine going into his final exam in college, and on the way there was a student protest, so he shoots and kills all the other students on the way to the exam. And I presented it to a class of my peers the day after the Virginia Tech massacre.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
I love that you persevered with it though.
I've 3 months of work. What else was I gonna do? It's like, yeah. So this is the part of the game where you kill all your.
And yes,
Yeah.
I know.
It was like cannon fodder and the poppy all over again.
Oh, same old deal, yeah?
So you guys, when you released Cannon Fodder, had a remembrance poppy as the sort of the artwork on the front, and it caused a bit of a stir. I remember.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just thought it was appropriate. I mean, it was appropriate for the game. We didn't realise that the Royal British Legion actually owned it as their copyright, and they said we were breaching their copyright. by using
Oh,
the
so it
copy.
wasn't a moral.
Well, they said it was.
outrage.
They said it was moral.
Okay.
And they said it's an insult to the War Dead. And we said, well, actually, if you look at our game, we actually kind of do respect War Dead. And they said, well, you're breaching our copyright, and we have to pay them money.
Really?
And I've never
Wow.
bought a poppy since.
Wow.
I paid 500 quid for one bloody poppy. That's it. I'm done for the rest of my life.
You should go up and give me one for free.
I respect the War Dead, but I'm not going to pay them anymore. I've already paid my life's worth of poppy stuff.
That's
And it's
mental.
half of that was
And then you
my
guys
money.
used a grenade for the second one, was it?
Yeah, that was to
Fire
blow up the. To them, no, that's not very fair.
Couple of
Yeah, we used
custom
the
team
grenade.
names coming in.
Yeah.
Giraffes from Mars.
Okay. I think you may be missing the point. There needs to be
I
things
think
to go. In
they've been discussing the sheep wipe which we have
Oh, we're still
in
using
the
it.
show. Yeah, we're still using the sheep wipe. Chris said superheroes. Superhero United would
Superheroes.
be his name,
Not
so
bad.
that'd be pretty decent. Who would you have in goal though? Like
The Flash.
the Flash you want as a striker, surely
Hulk.
the Hulk,
Yeah.
or Iron Man. So he'd be like, "Boo." But
kills
then he'd
everyone.
probably like
See, if you release it
shunt the ball away or vaporize it or something.
in today's world as well, you'd need to not use any of those copyrights. Come on, score them.
No, you couldn't use
Oh.
copyrights.
So
I'll
it'd
tell
have to
you
be
what,
made
my
up.
keeper, I don't know who he's called, but he's a top player.
Midas spam.
Seaman.
Seaman is actually a superhero. David Seaman on goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
I
yeah,
see, yeah.
perfect.
Actually, Hulk
So
would be.
you and your tactic.
Hulk
of-
would be a centre forward, wouldn't he? He's just signed recently, isn't he?
Oh yeah, you're right. There is actually a real player
Brazilian
called
guy.
Oh,
Brazilian guy.
How did you get rid of the bench?
It was you again.
Oh,
Sabotaging
some
my
random
game.
button they put it on.
77 minutes.
We're playing. We're winding the clock down. We're on Fergie time.
Matt Smith 83, clearly a massive superhero fan, says that elastic dude would make a good goal person.
And football fan.
Yes, he is all over this stuff.
Is it?
I
Which button is it?
believe he means Mr. Fantastic
There you
and
go, or
goalkeeper.
Right.
You're just trying to. This is totally Pulis tactics here. You're just
Now
constantly
we're
wasting
just,
time.
Now we're gonna just run it around. We're gonna put cold water in the showers.
Come on, lost sticker. You can do it.
John Beck tactics.
It's the most Irish thing I've ever said.
Yes, and it was an unforced error.
That's it.
That's it.
1-0 to. What was it?
Emotional overkill.
Emotional overkill.
Gutted. I think is appropriate. Right.
Johnny, do you want to? Oh no, yeah. Do you
Yeah,
wanna swap
I should
out?
swap out. So I'm going to remove this microphone. I'll apologise now for any untoward noises.
Yeah. Yes, and can we queue up the video? Actually, no, we can't.
No,
Technical problems.
Doesn't work on the system.
Oh, is it like an MP4 or something?
Yeah, we tried to play it. It's like, no.
Oh, okay. Okay, then to give a, I will. Can we? If I put it up on the screen here, can you feed it off that?
No.
All right.
Why am I here? Nothing if not honesty, Danny.
That's your. I love you, Seb. You're ain't no bullshit. Take a few, Darren.
Come on, Darren.
Calm here, baby.
Prepare to be massacred.
I haven't got a football shirt on and no football knowledge.
Yeah, it's not fair. You're not a football man.
No, I think you need to have one person who's not into football with you at all times.
Oh, that's
I'd like
perfect.
To replace that
Yeah,
person.
keep it. So yes, you guys have embarked on a journey to create a lovely companion piece for fans of Sensible Software.
That's right. Yeah.
And you started a Kickstarter about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, we've got 12 days left, maybe.
And
we've
you've
reached our goal on Monday.
Reached your goal. So explain as you did in your. I really wish we could show the video because the video is actually.
It's going to do it so much better than I ever could.
Try and fix it.
Which?
I'll try and get the video for you.
Yeah, if you can. No worries. Yeah, but explain what the project is and how
Yeah,
it came
so
about.
I'm a graphic designer, and I've always been a big games fan, and especially of the kind of early '90s games period.
You
And
did the artwork for Hot Chips.
I did.
Two of
yes.
their albums.
Yes, that's my claim to
I was very
fame.
impressed when I saw that because I used to work at HMV.
Did you?
And I was constantly putting those in.
Shoving that into the hands of Claxon green glasses wearing.
Yes, you
New
know a
Wave
Hot Chip
fans.
fan when they walk in.
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
So I'm starting a publishing company that makes books about games.
Mm.
Really high quality books, kind of like an art book, it might be made by Fiden or something like that, by an artist. So it'd be half game artwork, design documents, everything that went into making the games, and then half of it, great games journalism, telling the whole story of that particular era.
Who would you have on board to? This book is going to tell the story of
This
Sensible
is Sensible
Software.
Software, yeah. So 86 to 99, is that correct, John?
Yes.
It's been a long day, and the beer is only helping,
Yeah.
just to ease the transition.
So it'll tell the whole story. So from them setting up the whole company in their bedroom up until selling to Codemasters at the end of '99, being one of the most famous game developers in the world. So it'll tell the whole story. It'll be written by Gary Penn.
Very generous.
I think that's true. Apart from maybe you didn't sell any copies in Japan and America. Is that
In
right?
the world, as long as the world is Europe,
Yeah.
we're fine. Yeah.
And the world is Europe.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Europe centric.
Yeah, so people can still contribute to the Kickstarter. Will they still receive like what's still available? Have you run out of any of the particular bidding options on Kickstarter?
We haven't run out of anything, no. The only thing we can run out of is meal tickets to go and have a meal with Gary and John at BAFTA and lots of other extra sensible goodies as well. That's the golden ticket.
You seen any of that meal ticket money?
You remember luncheon vouchers?
Yes.
In the old days. A bit like that.
Oh, nice.
But overpriced.
Pays for his own dessert.
Wonderful.
And we've got a book. We've got a personalised edition book, which John will sign. Will come in a personalised wrapper with your name on it to cherish. And then there's also a deluxe tier, which is a 12-inch record of the sensible hits.
That is outrageous.
It's
When
gonna
I
be
saw that,
sexual. Yes, it's gonna
so,
be very good.
So I went in on the second level, the book level. You know, end of the month, waiting for payday. I was like, yeah, I can just about, yeah, that's fine, I can do that. But that, man, vinyl, I'd have to buy a record player, but god damn it, I wanted that.
You get a digital download. if you never want to take it out of its sleeve. But
I've got to say I'm excited about the record.
That must be
I'm
because
excited about the record.
you've been a musician as well your entire life.
Yeah,
so.
to have a record is really cool for me. That's to me that's the killer bit of it all. You know.
And you
That's
wrote
the
all the
fun.
music for it. So
Yeah. Myself and Richard Joseph did all the music for those.
and it was weird because that was back in the day when games didn't necessarily have that type of music. You'd voices
we were
in your
kind
tracks.
of like I mean, actually Megalomania was the first game to have lots of speech in it.
Yeah.
If you go back, and then with Sensible Soccer, the first Sensible Soccer didn't have singing. Cannon Fodder had singing, and then we followed it up with Goal Scoring Superstar
So
Hero,
Hero,
I think, after Cannon Fodder.
and then Sensible Golf had speech whenever you put the ball in.
Yeah,
it
we
would
had
say
that.
par
We had
and-
the singing. You heard the tune for Sensible Golf. Did you hear that? I don't know how it went out in the end. Did you get the proper tune?
I don't know. I have a disc of it right
If
here.
anyone wants to hear the Sensible Golf tune, you can get it on the Kickstarter campaign, and I
Oh,
love
I've
that song.
I've seen you've put up a link to.
That's right. If you back the project, even at any level, if you give us any money whatsoever, you'll get the Sensible Golf thing to download.
It's really quite cool. I don't understand why, because we actually made a video of it. I've got it somewhere in my house, actually, the video. But we made a video for Sensible Golf, like we did for Cannon Fodder and Sauce and that. But it's a really good little song. It's a fun little song. Do you want to play golf?
Do you want to play golf? It's not. It doesn't quite have the hook of.
But it's a Ryder
War's
Cup
never
now.
been so much
it's
fun.
Ryder Cup now, you know. So, so maybe now's a good time.
Do you want to play golf? Oh, is that it? You're getting in on the just before it all kicks off.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
SEO golf.
yeah,
Golf's
we do.
hot right now. Perfect. You guys are gonna have to play a game. Have to play?
All right.
Sorry. You guys are gonna play a game, and then we're gonna go after this to either playing Sensible,
I'll do it.
Sensible, to either playing
Sensible.
FIFA or Pro Ev.
You got
So
choice of Argentina or Spain?
let us know in the chat.
Argentina,
let us know.
please. Who are you?
I'll be Spain.
Ah.
Just speed
Cookie.
it up.
I've got more questions here actually, which I got off Twitter yesterday. Luke Harper asks, do you think that indie development today is akin to that of the older Amiga/Commodore days?
Yeah.
And what do you miss about those days?
What do I miss about those days? Absolutely everything. Is it similar? It's similar, except you can't guarantee you're going to get paid at the end. I mean, we used to, every game we made, we signed a deal and we got money. Nowadays, it's a gamble. So it's harder to make a career of it now because you can't guarantee you're going to get money from an original game.
Yeah.
You tend to be able to guarantee money more if you make work for hire, which is basically doing someone else's game as they want you to do.
Yeah,
And a lot
sure.
of companies get caught in the trap of doing the work for hire and never doing their own stuff. And when they do their own stuff, they find they can't get any money. We never had that problem. We did what the hell we wanted and got paid every time. So, yes, there are some similarities, but on a business front, it's not the same. It's worse, unfortunately. I mean, I hope that things will get better soon. People, but at the moment, it's a bit difficult at the moment. It's fun, but it's a bit more difficult from a career point of view than it should be.
Yeah. Right, play. Go for it.
I'm Spain.
Got to talk and play. It's the hardest thing about it.
Talking and playing is easy.
There's somebody in the chat called Guy Cocker is the best name ever.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
that was not good.
We had stickers made with Guy Cocker lol on them, which is one of the biggest comments we have
How
on
did
the
you
videos.
feel about that?
Oh, he loved it. Guy
Oh, of
loves
course.
it. Yeah. Guy, we've I actually stuck a couple on the buses where I live, and every once in a while when I take the 63 from East Dulwich, there's a Guy Cocker sticker right in front.
No matter how bad your day's been.
Yeah, it's great. I get a lol from Guy Cocker. Luke Pestle has asked a couple of questions from yesterday as well. Who is the best at Sensi between Jules, Jops, and Stu?
Oh, me. No,
Yeah?
me maybe.
Really?
Me maybe Jules, certainly not Stu. Stu is really not a football guy.
Did Stu do the artwork for Sensi?
He didn't do the original artwork I did. He did the touched up sprites. I don't know if these ones are touched up. These are Stu. These are Stu, I think.
I love you, Seb.
Hang on, this is the original art.
Oh, it's a Guy Cocker lol.
So this is interesting. I do believe. There you go.
Is it funny now?
Yeah, now you're a football
yeah,
fan.
please, thank
Football
you, yeah.
badge.
That's my team. The Cockers, they call us.
Thanks.
Joe and Guy.
Yeah, Joe, who's good.
This is Argentina versus Spain.
It is, yeah.
It's a high quality match. Can't you tell?
Ah,
So I was saying earlier, we used to do career mode and play Skonto Riga in the
Okay.
Latvian league, and because it was the easiest league to win because Skonto Riga were
Yeah,
the
they
best.
were the best team. They were
of
the best team.
all the Latvian teams. So you could earn money and get into the Champions League really quickly. And then you just go and buy like Fabian Batistuta and you just be unstoppable because he was like twice.
Batistuta was Gabriel Batistuta.
Gabriel, sorry, not Fabian. I always say that. He was the best, I think, in that version.
He was good.
In
And then
SWAS 1.
there was a period where Jean-Pierre Papin was the best.
Oh, really?
I think. And then Batistuta, yeah, there's been a few over the years.
There was
Ooh, John.
another exploit, shall we say, a bug in
You found them
the
all.
first SWAS where I don't know how you did it, but we figured out a way of transferring a player and then keeping him in your
How do you get
squad.
rid of this bloody thing?
Orby. This fella, I
Oh,
don't
it's
know what it
this
does.
one, right? Okay. Right now, no.
So you'd transfer a player, but he'd still be in your squad. So you'd get the money, but he'd be playing for your rivals, somebody who could afford him. So I used to play games where I'd have Batistuta playing on my team, and I'd have loads of money, but he'd also be playing for like every other team in Europe. And he sold it. Which was quite annoying, because you couldn't sell them to shitty teams you'd never play, because they
All
didn't
these
have the
bugs
money.
are really good.
They're
good
great bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, features.
Mr. Batistuta.
Guy is talking to Guy Cocker's the best name ever at the moment in the chat, which is great. Craig Dodson, Craig Dodson, who's a Cannon Fodder fan. You designed most of the levels for
I
the
did
first
all
Cannon
the
Fodder?
levels.
All the levels. He says he wants me to punch you in the balls for in the deep end.
Oh, I remember that one.
Was that the one where you got to jump over the cliff and get out of the Jeep?
It was that was hard as well. It was the one where it was the ice
Skidoo.
one,
The Skidoo
where
track.
there was a turret as well, wasn't there? It was lots of water, and you had to get up on this
Yes.
tiny island, and
Yes.
there was a turret.
Yes, I remember that one.
It was like, I think I looked it up yesterday when he said it. It was Mission 9 Phase 2, and it was an absolute ball
Bloody
ache.
hell.
And he still remembers, apparently.
all the level maps in the book.
The one that people got stuck on was the one we had to drive off the edge of the cliff and jump out the Jeep
Yeah.
in the river. That floored most.
That was in
should
the
be a
jungle.
goal.
That was in the jungle, one of the jungle
Yeah,
missions.
one of
wasn't
the jungle missions. Yeah.
it? So obviously, you must get very tired of people asking to make HD remakes of older games, and it's already
yeah, well,
happened.
give me all the
Why
rights back for
HD?
free,
Could
and I'll
you
do
go
it. you
lower
know.
resolution?
I don't own them.
Who owns the rights?
Codemasters.
Codemasters own the rights.
Codemasters bought Sensible Software in 1999 together with all the games. So I have no power to remake those games.
So no WizKid HD remake to freak out modern
WizKid
gamers.
is-
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
WizKid is slightly different. But yeah, in general, no. No power. It doesn't matter. To be honest, it's like saying, do you want to remake? I don't know.
Your school
Asking
homework from when
David
you were
Bowie
12.
to
David Bowie to remake
re-
Hunky Dory. It's like, come on, it had its time and place, and it was a brilliant album actually. But it's gone.
So come on, David. We're starting an internet
But it's
campaign.
gone. I don't
Yeah.
want to remake Hunky Dory. It'd be worse. And you know it
Kickstarter.com
would be
/ Bowie HD.
It's ridiculous. People, all art. I just want to say this really. All forms of art,
Keep
whether
talking,
they're
John.
music, books, games, they have their time and place, and then they're gone. And it applies to games as well. Like this is fun.
This is still good though.
as a retro.
This is still
It's
good.
fun as a retro thing, but
Here's an interesting question. Mark Craven in the chat has asked, what do you think of Cannon Fodder 3?
Cannon Fodder 3.
Yeah,
with the Russian thing.
yeah.
I never played that.
No comments.
What platform is it on?
I don't even
I
know.
don't know. Yeah. I've
PC.
been,
I've seen one YouTube video of somebody
maybe it's a
playing
fan. Is it a fan thing?
if it came out of
No,
Russia,
it's-
from
no,
my
it's
knowledge of
not,
Russia,
no.
it probably
recent knowledge as
is.
well.
It's probably shady as hell.
Actually, I do have an
Awful
opinion on
shady.
it. When we sold, you're slaughtering me, which is not good. When we sold Sensible to Codemasters, the first 3 years, the 3 years I was working there, for the first 2 years, 3 times we started development on Cannon Fodder 3D, which is part of what I signed up to do, and the development got started and stopped 3 times, which is really disappointing because it was really good fun.
Yeah.
And so I kind of regret that we didn't do that. And when I see this come out, I think about what we could have done.
So that irks you more than the fact that this game.
Yeah, because it
exists.
was it wasn't just a sequel. I mean, normally someone says remake Sensible Soccer on whatever. It's like, so what? But this was a proper, real shift forward in Cannon Fodder to a totally different kind of game. And it was disappointing that we couldn't make it.
So this Russian version is probably just.
I don't know if they read the documentation. I mean, I wrote a 250-page design document.
It's not sanctioned by Codemasters, is it?
Yeah,
It is.
of course it is.
really?
Otherwise they'd have
This
been
is called
sued.
Cannon Fodder.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. There you go.
Yeah.
I thought it was some.
Codemasters-
It's sour, isn't
I
it?
thought it was some Russian piece of one of our CBS's game sites' recent editions, Giant Bomb, have a Russian counter site called GameBomb.ru, and it's literally a complete rip-off of their website, but everything is in like Cyrillic.
Is that right?
Yeah. So Russia just seems like the Wild West for copyright. So I just figured that Cannon Fodder is just some
fair game.
We're going to replay, but you're going to be Spain and I'm going to be Argentina.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to play FIFA after this, although I'm not sure if...
Oh,
I
FIFA.
don't think anyone owns any of these games. We've got FIFA 13 here, if anyone wants to play it.
Is that out?
It's out on Friday, but
It's got a little sticker on it, promotional copy. That's exciting to me.
it's not. It's got no manual, and usually doesn't have a code to play on the internet as well. So it's frequently an issue.
Oh, playing the computer.
So they've done this new thing EA have with their digital, their new release games where they're going
You've
to...
got a little tactic, haven't you? Wiggly,
Little
wiggly.
wiggly,
right.
yeah, same thing you did against me. You did the...
I saw it when I was sat on the
There.
stained chair.
They have this thing where if you buy their season pass, you get an early download of it the day it's released in the States. So it came out on Tuesday for everyone.
Wow, so
If
we
they
can
had
play
this
it.
pre-order.
What's different about FIFA 13?
From FIFA 12?
Yes.
Or from Sensible? Because this would take a while. So
12 pixels high to 14 pixels.
in 13, the first touch stuff has changed. So it's an iterative update. It's definitely not a all-encompassing
sure.
thing.
I'm
They've
a bit-
added stuff like when you sign up to the game, you sign up to a club, and then all that feeds into this online space where different clubs are doing better based on who's a fan of whoever. And then they also have probably the biggest in terms of gameplay. The first touch stuff has changed. So no
I've heard
longer
about that,
can
yeah.
you just pass the ball. So when I was playing as Arsenal, I would literally just keep passing until space arrived.
Yes.
Whereas now, if you do it, you pass it to Abue, for instance, and his first touch, he's got first. I was about to
First
say.
touch of Donkey.
I wasn't going to say donkey. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to now. First touch of a donkey, and he can lose possession. So it's yeah. Shut up, you. Shut up, you.
I'm not saying anything.
How are they talking about football? I don't know.
Yeah. So it looks good. I played it earlier today, and I hadn't played it intentionally at any preview events.
I hear the
and I
off-the-ball
really liked
stuff is a lot better as well.
Yeah,
Because in
movements.
FIFA 12, often you have the ball and nothing else seems to happen on your team.
Yeah.
When you're up front sometimes.
Standing
and I
around.
hear I've heard they fix that.
There's lots of. I had one bit where I passed it to a defender, and it was like an automatic give and go, and the other guy kind of ran around the side of a player waiting to get it and putting his hands up.
Oh, great.
It was quite cool. But actually, we were playing Pro Evolution 2013. It's really, really, really good.
Really?
Yeah. So really, it's really, really good. You can tell I'm, I'm a video journalist. I don't write much.
All those superlatives coming so easily.
Too many adjectives, Danny. So
You're getting complacent, by the way.
Is it nil?
this is playing into your hands. Me.
He's
chatting
1-0.
away
No,
here.
he's 1-0 up. But he's getting more complacent.
But and the new
He's
Pro
7.
Ev is it's
So I'm a
pretty
FIFA
good.
12 player.
Me too.
I've not really played Pro Evo. Is it more kind of arcadey? Is that the...
no, it's,
No, it's
probably the opposite.
Oh, right, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
more realistic. Or-
Realistic is in some ways it's more realistic. In other ways, it's not. In FIFA, you tend to get more shot. You tend to get as many shots as you would in a normal game, and then the sort of goal to shot ratio that you'd see in a normal game. Whereas in Pro Ev, you tend to not get in front of goal very often, but when you do, you score.
So
And
it's much more tactical.
Yeah, so it seems to be a lot more about finding the positions, which kind of makes it a more entertaining game, but makes it feel less like real football. So
Yeah.
it's much of a muchness. Like the problem with Pro Ev has is that the new FIFA games are so polished,
Yeah.
and they're actually really good. Where we're now in a position where we've got two very good soccer games for the first time in a
Yeah, I
while.
agree with that.
So it's
Pro
kind of,
Evo wasn't keeping up for a long time. Right?
no, well I think during the sort of like 6 and 5 were great, and they started to get complacent. 4 was brilliant as well, and then around that same time, EA started to sort of take FIFA seriously for the first time in 2009. They got
That
some
was the
guys from the
physics
UK
stuff,
over.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was the guys who made like LMA Manager and Player Manager and stuff were the guys who made.
Cody's guys.
Yeah, who went over to Toronto. They're based and redid that. And 09 was kind of like the first attempt at it, and then 10 was the first really good FIFA game, and then 11 was good, and 12 was good.
So what other football games did you touch upon your Attack of Man Stupid?
Do you remember Empire Soccer?
Yes.
Yes.
The game where every time you did a slide tackle, it sounded like somebody was having an orgasm.
Takes a lot of effort.
I only played the Amiga Power cover disc, or one Amiga, I think it was actually. I played so Sensible Soccer, Kickoff. Do you remember those Mega Drive ones? It was Italian 90.
Oh, the
There
Mega
was-
Drive ones. So many of them.
it
So
was
bad.
Sega Soccer, but they rebranded it.
Yes, and there was Italia 90.
They were the same game. They had
were
a
the
different
same
intro
game,
screen.
Yeah.
So-
There's a lot
Do
of
you
very
guys
angry
remember
parents
things
on
like
Christmas.
Arctic Soccer?
No.
Arctic Soccer.
And Emlyn Hughes?
Emlyn
Commodore
Hughes, yes,
64?
yeah, I had Emlyn Hughes.
Some of those weren't very good.
Some of those.
Well, we got to remember we
titles.
did Micropro Soccer on the Commodore 64 before we did this.
That was good. Very good.
How much inspiration? Because a lot of people say, still there's conversations. It's almost like Pro Evan FIFA. People go, "Oh, Sensible Soccer is the best football game ever made," and people go, "Oh, Kickoff 2, better game."
Kickoff. Yeah.
What was the what was the dynamic there? Did it come out at the same time? Or?
Would you like to
Kickoff. I
swap
think
in?
it's on Kickoff or Kick.
Yeah, I'll
someone
put FIFA
else-
on it.
Oh, I don't mind keeping on playing because I want to win.
You still-
Sorry,
on it.
guys, I'm competitive.
I'm going to swap out cables, Seb.
So that was me winning 2 games of
2-0
Sensible
both
Software against Jon Hare.
Sensible Soccer.
Sensible Soccer, of course.
game Sensible Software.
He does. He said,
How are you, Johnny Chiodini?
I'm very well.
He's very well.
Attack on Mount Stupid is a much better name.
It is actually.
What did I say? Escape
You
from.
said Attack On, which is much better than Escape From.
That would be on the Russian site as their version. And
Oh, it's Attack on Mount Stupid.
Maybe
It's
that's
John.
what you've been watching this whole time.
yeah.
There's like a Russian version of my weird show. We shall see.
so what are we doing now? We're playing something different?
Yeah, we're going to play a game that you.
I might have a chance to win it.
Let's see.
Which one are we playing, Pez?
We're playing FIFA, actually. FIFA 4
Okay.
That was an article in an old Amiga magazine, and I haven't stopped calling it.
Let's see how we do. You're actually quite good at Sensible Soccer for all your putting yourself down.
yeah,
at the
many
start.
hours with my dad when I was
You
like
kind of
12 to
put
14.
yourself down and came in and said, I don't do football.
I don't want to make any
And the
commitments.
bastard beat me 2-0 twice.
I've never played in a competitive.
I don't go for that.
Is it Pro Ev's in here? Do you want to play Pro Ev or chat? Please tell us Pro Evolution or
Whichever.
FIFA. Let us know. The first person to put a thing in. Somebody's talked about Soccer Kid as the best.
Soccer Kid, the platformer.
Yes, as the best football game ever.
That was good.
Soccer Kid was pretty great.
Soccer.
Stay Pro Ev.
Yeah.
Stay Pro Ev.
You ran along the football was your weapon.
Actually, I'm playing a lot of New Star Soccer right now. I've got to say on my iPhone.
you got the
It's not
Kickstarter?
without
Which?
New Star Soccer. It's
Oh, really?
not without
Oh,
problems,
I've heard
but
about
it's
that.
good.
Yeah.
It's good.
We're
It's
going
kind of a mixture of Championship Manager or Football Manager and some action.
Speaking of things, we'll have a look at your new game in a second. But first of all, Seb has worked magic and has got the Kickstarter video ready to play.
well,
So
genius.
we won't be. Well, the people
We-
at home,
we could enact
can,
it.
Perfect. And we'll keep
good.
quiet. All right, play. Yeah, probably.
Well, it's time for another beer.
Hello, my name's Darren Wall. I'm a graphic designer, and when I'm not designing,
Been practical.
I'm gaming. I'd like to ask a question of all you gamers out there. Gamers! Have you ever wondered why we can't buy beautiful, well-written books about the games we love? Imagine combining art book production values with the kind of irreverent games journalism we've all grown up with. I like that. It's a great idea, right? Yes. So I'm starting a company that makes stunning books for gamers called Read Only Memory. Our first book concerns the legendary creators of Cannon Fodder, Sensible Soccer, Whizball and many more. Sensible Software. The book will tell a complete Sensible story, half biography, half art book, beautifully designed and exhaustively researched. It will chronicle the complete Sensible history and catalogue every Sensible game, including artwork, level maps, even hand-drawn plans from the games. This is all made possible by working directly with the man on my left here. Say hello, John.
Hi, I'm Jon Hare, co-founder of Sensible Software.
Let's take a look at who else will be
You
involved.
better not this up, mate.
Thanks, John. Really helpful advice. Thanks a lot for that.
My pleasure.
Right, let's take a look at who else will be involved. The book will be written by Gary Penn, industry veteran and ex-writer for Zap64.
And Razzle.
Is that right? He'll lead interviews with John and the whole Sensible team, as well as many others, including Martin Galway, composer from Whizball and Parallax,
Ooh,
Archer McLean of IK Plus and Jimmy White's fame,
impressive.
Peter Molyneux, industry legend and creator of Theme Park and Syndicate.
Yeah.
You'll even hear from Dominic Diamond, ex-presenter of TV's Games Master.
Can you quit the name dropping?
All right. Finally, we're offering lots of additional goodies for all you Sensible fans out there, including a 12-inch vinyl EP of the Sensible hits.
Go on, darling, superstar hero. You let your head down and play with the band.
Never been so much fun. Never been so much
So help us make this the book every sensible fan will want to read, and the first of many products from Rob.
Leave it out.
Look, what's your problem?
These games are 20 years old. You're living in the past. I feel like I'm stuck in 1993. Look at me. I'm only 12 pixels high. Nobody cares, Darren. Come on, boys. Finish him off.
Please support the book. And remember, stay sensible.
That is my line. Now he's out the way. Come on, buy the book. He's only asking for $40. That's only like 40 iPhone games. It's nothing. Bye.
Arsenal versus Spain.
Hello.
We're back, folks.
My name's Darren Wall.
We're playing Pro Evolution
I'm
Soccer 2013 because it's the future, and we're playing the.
That was the Kickstarter, by the way.
That was the Kickstarter. That was the Kickstarter for the new Pro Evolution.
Buy the
game.
book.
So
That's our crap plugging. North.
Fantastic music in that, by the way.
yeah, Seb was.
I saw
rocking
you
out.
bouncing around. Yeah, that's by Andy Lemon, who's kindly composed the music for us. But you can download it if you back the project at any level.
Will that be
Jim
on the
Beglin went to my school.
Did he really?
Oh no, it is. I listen to it like a proper song on my iPod sometimes.
Oh, actually,
it's really,
in my
really good.
old
isn't
school
it?
in Montford that I didn't like, and I was there for 1 year. Mervyn Day went there and he scratched his name on the wall. That's how I know he went there, because he scratched his name on a brick.
It
In
wasn't-
Romford.
Speaking of bricks, can we talk about the best sensible software game that was ever released?
Oh, I know
Sim
what
Brick.
you're gonna say.
Simbrick.
Simbrick. This was
This
an
game-
Amiga Power.
Hang on, let's just talk about this game. How does it feel compared to Sensible Soccer? Pick a word.
Gluey.
Modern.
Slow! It feels so
Johnny got it right.
slow.
I remember seeing a video before
mean-
where you were talking about how
Whoa.
Sensible Soccer imitates the quickness of football. In a
When
way
you're
that
playing
these don't.
football, I mean, you play football, yeah? I play football.
I play on goal, so it's a
Okay.
different
But when
rule
you're
session.
playing football, you're thinking really quick. You've got pressure on the ball, you've got very little time to make important decisions. You're waiting, because the animation takes so long to play, they slow the controls down to
Yeah.
support the animation, you know?
Oh, it's being.
I remember Pro Evo being a bit faster than this, to be honest.
Yeah, I think maybe the more modern games have lethargied up a bit. I
Why?
think my
Why? I mean, it looks nice, but I mean, it doesn't feel. I don't live in sludge.
I won't touch anything.
Don't move.
So Simbrick.
But it gives me time to think about beating you, because obviously I'm getting older now, so actually slow suits me a bit better.
Oh, is that it? Is that the excuse you're going to run with?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm old.
Let him score.
I'm
and take
old,
the rest.
I'm
That
very
just means
old.
you've had more chance to play all the football games. I've only been on this earth for 26 years, John. I've only had a fraction of the time.
Well,
to
because
play
we used to
these.
play with the pig's bladder in the back garden when I was a boy. Oh, is he on side? Go on.
Says Fabregas. Turncoat Fabregas is playing for Spain.
Was he offside?
I guess he always played for Spain. Yeah, he was definitely offside. That would never happen with Fabregas.
I hate
Paramount Saga.
players.
Simbrick.
Simbrick.
You keep dodging the question like you
Simbrick
don't want to
was,
give.
Simbrick
I've never
was one
got
of
him to speak
our
about it.
idle, silly little joke things we did, like the train spotting game. We had little moments where we just were bored.
So you'd make these mini games and then give them to Amiga Power to
For
release as
nothing.
cover discs.
Yeah, because they were just a joke. It was just like a release of, great, we finished like 9 months or a year and a half of development. Let's just have some fun.
So
It was-
Simbrick had 4 buttons, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
First one was exist. The second one was analyze, and I would just throw up like a fact about the brick. And then there was options and exit, something like that.
Oh, what a reverse ball. Actually, this is very enjoyable. This might be better than Sensible Soccer, you know. Sadly, but true.
Yeah, you have it. That should be on the cover now.
And isn't the official last game Sensible Software ever made Sensible Transport? Or
I think it was.
Oh, I
wasn't
don't know
It
if it was official.
Amiga
It was.
format,
It
Amiga
was
Power.
meant to be a joke, you know. Come on.
I remember there was a version of Sensible Soccer combined with Cannon Fodder where the ball was a grenade and that it would fall in a way that a grenade would, where it would bounce.
And blow
then
the
every
players
5
up.
minutes it would blow up and kill everybody in a
Yeah,
radius.
we're
I
thinking
played
of-
that more than Sensible Soccer.
Yeah,
for
we're actually
weeks.
thinking of doing a kind of game like that on iOS. Actually,
was that
Oh my god.
Was
Have
that
you
be great.
considered?
was that another Amiga
Sure.
Power?
Yeah,
Amiga
it's
Power or
like
format.
whoever it was, it doesn't really matter.
Did you ever do anything with the one Amiga? I remember somebody made a game called Psycho Santa.
Yeah,
one
we
Christmas.
did some stuff with, we were friendly with the one. We were friendly with most of the magazine companies, to be honest. I mean, they were our mates.
Yeah.
It was like we're doing now, talking to you. We need a lot more of it in games. I don't know why it kind of went out of fashion. It's a lot more fun for us to talk to the people writing about our games. It's not more fun for the guys writing about the games to talk to the people who are making them.
In a way, I think what's probably happened is that some developers made some silly errors in front of the press, and then everyone got media trained, and it became incredibly boring.
Well, they got controlled by publishing companies because they allowed themselves to be controlled instead of.
So we don't even do interviews anymore, really, because we know what they're going to say, because it's the press release we got 2 days earlier. So when we do get people in to talk, it's always people who we know will actually just chat and have fun.
But that means there's going to be guys that obviously some of us could do PR better than others, I guess, as developers. But there's going to be younger guys now who are just as good at it, and they should maybe be given their chance. This is a bit weird. I mean, if you speak to the old journalists, they'll say that the younger journalists are lazy. Their culture is lazier, And maybe it's time for a bit of a change now. I sense that there's a desire for a bit more life to be thrown into the games world. And I think it could start up through journalism, because
the way in which people want to consume information about games as well has shifted so much away from like publications like us towards just even YouTube.
You must remind me what the sprint button's this one, right?
I think it's RB. I've had the same problem actually. I don't know. I think it might be the RB. Is it RB? Yeah, it's RB. It's this one up here.
Yeah.
It's your favorite.
That's this bench button.
Bench button. Yeah.
There's another button where you just run at the ball. I seem to remember. What it is.
So that's the thing, because these games. Like, that's the funny thing about these games in comparison to Sensible Soccer, is that Sensible Soccer was a video game first, and then sort of or at least it felt that way, and then it was a football simulation second or whatever. Whereas these games they tie themselves so closely to what football is.
It's offside again.
They need
That's
to,
why it's got slower and slower, because it's this.
People have to think about.
We tried to,
trying to be more realistic.
You're right to say about thinking like you're in the game. We tried to recreate the process of what it felt like when you were playing football, from a player's point of view, not from a spectator's point of view. This recreates what it's like from a spectator's point of view.
A spectator on television as well.
Yeah, as if you're watching your TV. So it's a different way of prioritising stuff.
The problem with talking is that we are now in a situation where Arsenal and Spain are playing each other and nobody scored for 40 minutes, and we all know that
it's
would not be the case.
scintillating nil-niller.
Yeah.
If I can find the sprint button, you said it was. Oh, so hang on, let me concentrate.
He's going to run the ball into the goal.
Ready?
Do it.
What we're going to do is get Xavi on the ball.
So Fabregas.
Hey, sir, have you reviewed these new football games? Which one came out on top?
He's offside again.
Mark Walton is currently reviewing
right now.
Both of these. He's definitely reviewing FIFA
time?
at the moment, and Pez I think may have been posted. I forget. Is Pez already up? I haven't read it yet.
Do you do ratings, or is it?
I have reviewed one game ever, and it was last week. It was the Formula 1 2012.
Oh.
Because nobody else in GameSpot plays Formula 1 games.
Is that right?
And also, I've really wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do at least one review, so it was cool to get it off the mark. And it was what a shot!
Hit the bar. That's Theo Walcott then.
He wouldn't. That's so unrealistic. He only ever shoots when he's in the 6-yard box, or Arsenal in general. I think if you take a shot from outside the box, Arsene Wenger finds you.
I have to say our games have been really dull. They're like 0-0s, 1-0s. Darren got 2-0. It's good.
Don't say that. There's people who are just joining the stream now who don't know.
I
can't believe that 7-all thriller we had in the last game.
and the streaker.
Yeah. Mental. We're on the same level.
Yeah, FIFA 13 is a lot better, but Pez has got streakers, so buy Pez.
I remember myself and my brother once, I don't know how it happened, maybe it was an urban myth, maybe you can clear this up for us, John. Somebody told us in one of our schools that the new Sensible Soccer was going to have animations of like ambulance crews coming on to take off, like stretchers, to take off players. And we thought this is the best, like, that was back in the day where an animation of a stretcher was enough to make you...
No, that's interesting.
I think there was a mock-up screen of that
in a magazine.
Let me tell you guys the
I
truth
think that
about
might be
it.
it,
Do you want
yeah.
the truth, or do you want to just
I
have
want
your
the
own
truth. No, sorry.
theories?
No, I think I'll just probably just guess.
Now you're going to make me let a goal in, which would be criminal.
Oh.
Christ's sake.
Drop a truth bomb.
So anyway, yeah, we had this idea for the magic sponge, actually. The old expression, the magic sponge. And the idea was that when someone got injured, the magic sponge trainer would come on. And we talked about it, and in every single design document, it's there. And we never got around to doing it.
It just you didn't get the time
it was
to-
it was the extra thing you didn't really need that never got done.
Oh. Was the magic sponge the wizard from Whizball?
Yeah, the one who said, yeah, will you forgive me? No. No, it wasn't. No.
No, that's
No,
silly.
it was just a sponge. Just a wet kind of spongy thing.
And was it going to be like just a wet sponge?
You know about the magic sponge. If I know about it,
I do know about the magic sponge. I used to, yeah, I remember.
It's like
I was the
half-time oranges.
I was the
and those
ma-
kind of things.
half-time cigarettes.
it's a real Beano type thing.
Yeah, it is,
Yes,
isn't
it
it? Yeah,
is.
it's
It's
very,
very-
19,
it's very Beano.
1978 type thing.
you got to remember, you know,
The magic sponge.
we grew up in that era.
Talk back
You know.
on.
What are you trying to say to Seb?
I was trying to tell him that the mic was on. So
Oh, his
everything
mic was
saying
on.
His
That's
audible
right.
in the studio, and he was slagging you off again.
What is the game you've played, except for Skyrim? I already said that. In recent times,
Did I play on a
That you
daily basis?
enjoyed.
Right, in the last few weeks, there's 2 games I've played. One of them is New Star Soccer, which is,
Oh,
which is
that's
starting to annoy me now because I can't get in the England team. and I'm
premature.
and I'm 26 years old. I'm still not in the England team, and I
No, it's not
know
happening.
I know I'm going to be past it soon.
Yes.
You know, and the other game is which I return to every now and then is hang on. I've got important things to do.
Left and right side of brain. there.
It's Zinger Poker, which I play for no real money, just to, you know
Can
what?
you play for real money?
You can just play with.
I play for
pretend
not
money
real
on.
money,
Right.
no, because I noticed that when you're in a rush, when you're playing when you shouldn't be playing,
Yeah.
and you're rushing and you're not concentrating, you tend to lose money. You've got to be really focused.
Well,
But
that's
actually, I
proper
quite like
gaming.
poker, and I've made and lost $1 million 3 times already on it.
Of fake
So
money,
I'm glad
right?
it's not. Yeah, I'm glad it's not real
Right.
money. Yeah.
Has anybody played Fluid Football, the
Yes.
iPad game?
Yeah.
No.
It's kind of like a more complex version of New Star. It's very good, but it's got Andy Gray doing the commentary, and you
Wow.
can't switch him off. So
Does he
Until-
talk about does
You
he
wanna
say
switch it
sexist
off?
things and
he says he's sorry.
Jeremy,
Go on!
Hey!
That's it. Sorry, but I think who was it? Santi Cazorla? No, it was Arteta.
Andy Gray and Ron Atkinson would make a dream.
The ruined commentator.
Rowan Atkinson.
And Frank Boff presenting. You need the whole combination.
The racist.
And
racist football
Des
game.
Lynam does the wrap up,
Jim Davison.
That sounds like a really hairy football game.
and Timmy Mallet. Sorry,
Washed up
replay.
football.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just talk shit over your goal, right? Because it didn't really happen. My guys have got nowhere near scoring, and they're just like tick-a-tacker, just put it in the net. Come on, boys. What's the button where you just close the guy down? I can't remember.
to get the ball back.
There's a
Your
button.
it's not that because you've just brought your keeper out to the edge
Yeah,
of the
that's
box.
pause.
There's a button where you just close everybody down. I can't remember what it is, and I need it.
Is it X or?
Isn't that FIFA?
All right, you're gonna take over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Ian.
Oh,
Sorry, Seb. I broke the golden rule of do not.
Okay,
good?
guys, let's go.
All right.
You ready, Darren?
I think so. Is it?
I think you're about to take Van Persie off,
Oh,
which
no,
is
that's
probably
good.
not a bad
What is he
idea.
playing?
Oh, wait.
It's up front.
How do I?
Oh, that pains me so much. I'm happy you didn't score. That would have been depressing.
Does somebody have to confirm? John, do you have to?
Maybe.
You have to okay that
Someone have to do
substitution.
that? You have to approve this?
Who knows?
It's an old man
Cancel.
trying to unpause a game here.
Cheesier's asking what your name on Zynga Poker is because he's playing it right now.
I don't know.
Is it Jon Hare? Do you go for some? Do you have like a handle?
It might be Jops or Jon Hare or something. Something like that, I can't remember. But it's me. That's you, that's not me. You're North London.
London Red.
How do
North
I,
London Red. What's going on?
I have some
I was just trying to hit
assistance.
back. Cancel. End. Cancel. End.
I love the standardisation of controllers. nowadays,
Found a
don't
bug.
you? Isn't it great? Imagine if these were cars with like gears and brakes, and you just die,
We'd have
wouldn't
killed
you?
somebody by now for sure.
What's going on? What's Van Persie? Just go. Fine. Go there.
Is this the game because it's a lot more tactical than FIFA?
It's ready, please. It just says ready, please wait. What does that mean?
It can't be
It's-
my one because.
It's
Is it?
disc
Yeah, there you
2.
go.
Okay.
So what happens now?
I don't know. Just don't ever go back to the menu. That's what
score.
happens now.
Ready?
We're gonna wrap up in the next
It
6
was
minutes.
offside, wasn't it? It was
Uh,
offside. It's Iniesta.
Ah,
It was miles offside. I mean, Iniesta's a professional. He's good, right? He wouldn't do that, would he?
not in real life.
Not like a couple of yards offside.
You guys, I'm watching the chat again, so if you have any questions for John and Darren, or have any points to make about football games, let us know. We have 5 minutes left on this. We have to break because the US team are doing some sort of live stream. Do you know what Giancarlo's doing? Any idea, Johnny?
He's
Resident Evil?
some game.
I think it's Resident Evil
Probably.
6, which I hear is probably not going to say. Yeah, our review will be up. I don't know what our review
Ooh.
is.
I will be doing an episode of Feedbackula on it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What's this week's Feedbackula about?
Does Japan hate PC games?
This week's Feedbackula is about Japanese people and do they hate PC games? There you go. Do they, Johnny?
Maybe.
Maybe.
In a nutshell. You haven't got time.
See, Sergio Ramos actually put his hand up to call offside thing.
He did. He's lazy. That's lazy defending. Can't do that. You have to tackle the ball. Can't assume.
I don't know anything about football, and a friend told me a while ago that if you do get in a situation, perhaps in a cab or in an all-bar one, where you're talking to a man about football, the best thing to say is, it's good to see Teddy back on the pitch again. And that will placate them and they'll get you a drink and whatever. Does that still...
Teddy?
Is there a Teddy now? That probably doesn't work
What,
anymore.
since Sheringham?
Can't be
Yeah.
Sheringham.
So it couldn't work
That's a
anymore.
while ago.
What should I say instead?
It's good to have John Terry retired.
Teddy McDougal, maybe.
Teddy McDougal.
Sorry.
Look at this! You know,
Oh,
no, it
the
hit
shoot's
chip.
not the same as
Yeah,
for
it's not.
FIFA,
It's
yeah.
actually. Yep.
Say live stream, ask me anything on Resi 6.
It's a. Oh, really? Okay. So Giancarlo's doing a live stream, Reddit style AMA about Resident Evil 6. Oh my God, that would have been incredible if that went in.
Audacious.
That's on in half an hour's time. So you know, it's got less football in it.
Guaranteed less football.
I'm gonna say, without saying anything about the game that they're talking about,
Oh, is it really stinky?
these games are better. I don't know.
The demo is not proving popular.
No, yes. The demo is not proving popular.
But the demo does not represent the final
It does
game
not.
in any way. as
No,
I
they
often
make sure
read.
to tell you
Yes.
that right at the start, just in
If
case.
you don't like it, please do buy
it's
it. then.
actually a completely different game. Yeah. If you don't like this, then make sure you play the full game because you'll love it.
Love
If
it.
you hated our demo,
Then you'll love our game.
full release.
Danny, our review for PES 2013 is also live on the site. We gave it 8 out of 10.
We gave it 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 thumbs up.
Is that 8 stars?
8 balls out
8
of 10.
stars out of 10 thumbs up?
Yeah.
How many
Okay.
stars in a
Shame
thumbs
on
up?
you!
Last 6 minutes, John.
You know,
now
my
or never.
guys are just... It's like watching Norwich play when they just run out of ideas.
Well, you just threw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, this is you.
To
isn't
Mertesacker.
it?
Great. That's
but
actually a
to be
good
honest,
tactic.
it's the furthest forward I've been the whole second half. So it's working. I think I need a little bit of practice. I think the game's bloody long. Is it still the first game?
Yeah, I know. I think I
It
put on
feels
half an
like
hour
an
games or something.
age. It's 1-0. And we've been playing for half an hour, right?
I didn't even score that goal.
Guy Cocker is the best name ever says, until they bring back the cheesy video cutscenes and awful voice acting, I refuse to play
I just
another
want to get
Resident
sent
Evil.
off now.
It's pretty
I'm
good.
bored. I want to get sent off.
Last minute, folks. We've got only 4 minutes of this left. So once this is
It's a
over,
sexy free kick.
once
for
this
the
is
last-
over, we're getting to the most exciting part of the show, where John must preview his latest game as
good.
quickly as I'm stop watching this.
Okay.
It's like Dragon's
extra
Den
time.
or Bake Off.
It's like
except instead of
crosswords on
making
on
a-
risk.
Yeah.
Cannon.
That's what you need to know.
Cannon.
Oh, actually, I've got one more question. It's from my girlfriend. She says, can you tell him that I never managed to save all the kittens in WizKid? Ask him if it's even possible.
1-0. Time to look at the other game.
Is it possible?
What? Yeah, of course it is.
She said...
you just need to go through the levels in the right order.
Reply with exactly that. It will sound irritated.
She said, what's the inspiration behind all the toilet scenes?
Random humour.
There you
And... Are you in the blowing up the condom and floating out the well? I don't know, childhood fantasies.
Did that get
Fucking knows. It's just random stuff.
Video games have changed.
We just did
You don't
what the
get
hell
as much
we
condom
wanted.
humour
We just
as we
did
used
what
to.
the hell we wanted because it seemed like fun for a few minutes.
All right,
how
you
are
have
we going to
got
show this game?
Okay, you know what? You're not going to be able to, in a way, because we haven't.
I can do camera.
Can you? Yeah. Johnny's gonna.
How's that work?
Johnny's gonna go loose on a camera. Okay.
Oh, good boy.
I'm gonna give. We're gonna go.
Free
We're
wheeling.
gonna go 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
You might want to come behind me so I can play it, or I can come over there if you want.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Or,
Freehand it. And this cable's long enough, right?
Probably.
Sure, why not?
I don't get it. People say like this is some sort of slapdash operation, and
Quite frankly.
they're correct.
Probably looks great.
So should I talk? Should I talk whilst we're doing the camera bit?
You just wait until
Let's
we've
just
got.
wait till we get there.
Do you have it? Do you need me to feed it? I can't stand up because this cable will freak out.
You've
Right.
been told.
All right, 4 minutes. Go.
Well,
What
yeah.
game is this, John?
Okay, this is my new game. It's the first original game I've made for about 17 years. And it's called Word Explorer. Can you see this on the camera now?
We can.
Word Explorer is on a few platforms at the moment, iOS, Android, PC, and we can throw in extra platforms as and when they're needed. It's a game about exploring the world with words. So we
I
literally...
never would have figured that out from the name.
I know. We literally lay crosswords out all across the world. I'll show you. If we go, for example, to the eastern US, and we go to... can you pick up sound from that thing?
Nah.
No. Okay, don't worry about it. So we go to Dayton. We're going to go on a trip to Dayton, Ohio.
I've never been there.
So
Is it
you can
nice?
see here. You can see here we've got we've got a grid. So this represents one city. This is Tupelo, where Elvis was born, actually, the king. Okay? And this is Dayton, Ohio. All right.
In parentheses.
The king.
So we just have little clues like flip. It's an anagram. Answers turn. Press OK. You're off, and you start to travel around. So we then find this next clue. Breastfeeding. That's a nice one. Very nice.
Nursing.
Nursing.
Okay.
Nursing. Okay, right. And the yellow ones are photographs. The state capital of Tennessee, known as the Athens of the South. Long-time spiritual home of country music. Folks, come on, this is
Come
not
on.
hard.
Is
Where's he from again? He's from
Attack.
Nashville,
Yay.
Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. There we go. You get a photo of a couple of guys playing in Nashville, and we'll move on. So, center,
Middle.
spelt the American way, see.
Johnny is camera upping and playing the game at the same time.
Yellow. Johnny, answer. Appropriately named network of interconnected caves in central Kentucky, the longest cave system in the world. Longest, big. It's about being big.
Mammoth.
Mammoth, good,
Nice.
good. Mammoth, we're off. Okay.
How many words are in this game?
In the entire game, we have mapped out the entire world. So we have 250 levels. We have about 2,500 photos across the world. A whole bunch of animals, as well as cities and landmarks like the Mammoth Caves. And we create our grids. Let me just go back to a grid so you can see it before I talk about it.
1 minute 25 seconds.
Okay, right. So these grids that we create here are made from 23,000 word dictionary. And every time you play the level, these will be different, but the yellow ones will be the same. The photos are in the real place they are, and you can see that we have animals here. And we slowly collect. Come on. We slowly collect. This is almost finished and not quite, by the way, folks. We slowly collect these things, such as birds of prey. Look, we've got a bald eagle here. We've got some caves and canyons, some rivers, some big cats, some marsupials, etc. And if we want to go to see another river, like for example the Orinoco River, let's go and fly to the Orinoco River.
Enya loves that river.
Of course. Well, it flows so nicely. Come. So we're going to trip to Cumana, which is, I think it's in Venezuela. Anyway, off we go. So you travel around the world. Girl's name, Dora the Explorer.
Nice.
Nice. Are the words, so all the words are thematic of the area where you are?
All the words, all the yellow words, all the photo words are related to where you live, and all the white words you can see realm, kingdom.
Yeah.
It's kind of a general word. Whereas
Breastfeeding,
this one,
not
this one
particular
is,
to Eastern America.
This one is a very beautiful photo called, I think it's called Maracay, if I remember it right. But I might be wrong. I'm right. And just so I can show you, this is a nice photo. If we get some letters wrong a bit, for example,
We're into extra time. It's fine. It's fine. Time to
like
wrap.
this, we get them red and we can try again. There we go. That's as much as I can show you, Word Explorer. Just buy it when it comes out.
When is it out?
By the end of the year.
By the okay.
But we've got a very big game here we're making. It's got a long tail on it. It's got multiplayer as well. You can play against your friends. It's got
Asynchronous kind of.
Yeah,
you do
basically
one,
we get the same grid. We've got 3 minutes to get to high school with each other. So there we go. Word Explorer.
Perfect. Johnny, thank you very much for standing in front of the incredibly hot light.
It's all right.
For that, and thank you very much for showing it.
No problem.
Guys, it's been fun. Thank you very much for coming
you
in,
very much,
talking
Tony.
to us about probably my favourite game of all time, for playing with it.
Mine too.
Sensi
Saying
Soccer,
it?
good stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm glad I managed to win at least one game, even though it was 1-0.
Yeah, so thanks very much for coming in, talking about the Kickstarter.
No
showing us the
worries.
game.
No,
Thank you.
And
for
yeah, and we look forward to seeing. So I've recorded some interviews with the guys. We're going to post that up in some form or another. It might be an episode of Escape. It might just be a news piece, or maybe just an interview like we did with Sir Scoots on the StarCraft stuff. But it will be going up. And yeah, we'll keep in touch in relation to everything you guys are doing with the Kickstarter, and also with you with Tara as well.
Thank you very much.
Well, thanks very much for coming on.
Cheers. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
And yeah, everyone will be back next week. We're doing a special X-Car episode, which is a new CBS website about cars. And I know fuck all about cars. I've only ever driven a Fiat Punto.
I know Meta. Meta's in cars.
Meta?
Yeah.
What's Meta?
I'm not even going to talk to you.
All right, don't know. Hopefully Alex and the guys from X-Car will know next week. We're going to play some car video games. So until then, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. Wave, you got to wave.
Bye-bye.
You gotta wave. I don't know which camera it is. Keep playing.